Hey Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey.
I'm Holly.
Way back there is Tucker.
Yep, that's me.
And we are in Nissan's biggest crossover, three-row crossover, the Nissan Pathfinder in the most off-road ready trim, the Rock Creek. And in this video, we're going to talk about how it fits our family of three and how it surprisingly fits in our tight garage. Stay tuned. All right, Holly, so first time with a Nissan Pathfinder here on the channel, but what would you say if I told you, in theory, you've already driven this vehicle?
I would say, you crazy.
Nope. So do you remember a certain snowy, wintry driving event that you went to?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, so this is the Nissan version of that Infiniti QX60 that you got to have so much fun with out in the snow and ice in, where were you, Montana?
This feels a lot bigger.
It does. It really does feel very big, which is why we started this one in the garage. I'm just shocked it fits in our 1963 garage.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a small crossover for them when it comes to their bigger SUV, their Armada. But yeah,
I don't think I've driven the Armada or the...
No, yeah, I haven't even driven the Armada.
So why do you say this is the same car?
Because this is the same car. The Infiniti version rides on the same platform. It just has a completely different interior and exterior.
Okay. But the interior and exterior can have a very big effect on
And I'm sure
the driving.
I'm sure that's exactly where this review is going to go. But what are your thoughts? We'll start outside, move our way inside. Thoughts on the styling of this one. This one is the Rock Creek, which, like our Trailhawk, is the off-road version of an otherwise normal crossover.
Mm-hmm. I do think it looks really nice.
Yeah.
I could stand a few more curves, but
She's got some hips back
she does have
there,
some hips back there, and I do like the Rock Creek branding
everywhere.
I do like that. It's a little accents. And we're talking about the outside, so I was talking about the back where the Rock Creek is nice, and I don't know, I just like it. It's a nice looking vehicle for sure.
And then we've got the two-tone, the black roof up there with that tubular roof rack that can hold 220 pounds, I believe. So kind of a rugged look.
Sure.
This is even lifted 5/8 of an inch.
But you don't buy that off the lot like that.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, you do?
This one is 5/8 of an inch taller than your typical Nissan Pathfinder. So
it's meant to go camping.
Yes, exactly.
Adventuring.
Yeah. Finding paths. If you will.
Rock creeks.
Yes. Well, yes.
Probably shouldn't drive in those.
I've driven on loose rock before, and I would want something bigger and badder than this, but you do you, Nissan. You do you. What are your thoughts moving to the inside here?
It's really nice. It's really fancy.
Yeah,
kind of fancy.
All the orange stitching.
Yeah, like the orange stitching from the Rock Creek branding. The Rock Creek right here.
On our seats.
On our seats. The seats are super comfortable.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't you think? You don't think so?
They're very cushy. I'm just not a fan of the materials.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. But I like the stitching on the side and the little flap here, which is just a little added accent.
Yep.
The little flap here.
Yep.
It would be fun if these were two different tones, but
a lot of black in here. And black is the only option on the Rock Creek. This is the only Rock Creek interior you can get.
Okay.
So if you want the rugged off-road one, this is the interior you're getting.
Interesting that it is like cloth seats and it's supposed to be the rugged off-roading one.
Yeah, I guess I figure it'd be easier to clean.
cloth seat?
Yeah.
Interesting.
We have a 8-inch touchscreen infotainment here with wired CarPlay and Android Auto. Little on the small side for me.
It's fine for me.
Yeah. Analog gauges with a little digital helper
Which
screen.
I appreciate.
I knew you would.
I like analog gauges.
What do you think of that steering wheel over there?
It's all right. It's a little skinny.
Yeah.
I think I'd like a little bit more cushion.
A little more meat on them bones.
A little bit more meat on them bones. I do like the flat bottom though, and the stitching is nice as well, sticking with the Rock Creek brand.
Yeah. They're consistent. I mean, I've even got orange stitching in here beside me. Storage in here. What are your thoughts?
Well, there's lots of different storage, and I feel like it's smart storage.
Okay.
Not weird storage.
Okay.
So like we put our keys in this little tiny piece storage right there.
Yep.
That fits perfectly.
Yeah.
You got your cup holders, a really big console
Very
here.
large center console, yes.
Yeah, but wait, lift it up again. But you also have a little lip here that you could put smaller little items, coins or something right there.
Yep.
Love that. I like this little lip above the glove box that you could put little small items as well. And then, of course, you have the glove box.
Yep. Which is stamped.
Yeah. In the door, you have a nice big opening down here for more cup holders and other junk.
And then the back doors have 2 cup holders in each of them. And there's this removable center console that has 2 cup holders and a little bit of storage in it. And it's removable.
Which if I was back there, which I'm not back there, that little space back behind the cup holders, the removables, that would be perfect for my skinny little purse.
Yes. Yeah. So very thoughtful storage in here. And I think we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about Tucker's not right behind us.
What?
He's way back there.
Oh, hey, back there.
So I will call out, these second row seats are really good for when a child seat is put in them because they tilt and fold forward. There are little buttons on the sides and backs to do that. But for some reason, our tester, that's not working. So Tucker has opted, he actually requested, to ride in the very, very back. So why don't we cut to really quickly. I will install his child seat in the second row and talk a little bit about putting it in the third row. Okay, putting a child seat back here in the middle row of the Nissan Pathfinder Rock Creek. It's very nice. You've got captain's chairs here. You do have this removable, I'm going to go ahead and show you, removable center console that, if you want, can be completely taken out so that you can easily get in and around to that third row of seats. But if you do want it, it pops in fairly easily and nicely. You just got to remember to put this front panel back on after you're done taking it out and putting it back in. But we do have these leatherette and cloth seats here. Fold down our armrest on the inside. The lower latch points are fairly easy to see. They are a little obstructed by the cloth in the seat bottom, but we'll see exactly what that's like here in a second. These seats do slide forward, so you don't have to worry about going to the back and reaching all the way back to tighten it up to the anchor point on the back. So we're going to go ahead and bring Tucker's child safety seat in. This is a Graco Extend-A-Fit child seat, and as per usual, we'll just go ahead and throw that top tether back behind through the headrest. Get this in place. Make sure the seat back is reclined to the proper angle. And yeah, as suspected, getting these lower latch points attached, very simple and easy. And then we can snug this guy down very simply. Make sure we've got good snug fit, and then slide the seat forward. I do wish it went forward just a little bit more because I've got no visibility back here, but I can use my other senses, make sure we've got it tightened up and in place back here. Gets real snug. The top of the seat doesn't get squished too much by this top tether. And there we go. We've got it snugly in place. Tucker's got a nice amount of room back here. All around, I give this a solid A for ease of installation back here in the back. And then one huge plus that we like back here with family vehicles is right above my head here. We have roof-mounted vents. It's going to point directly down on him here in the hot summers of East Texas. So that bumps it from an A to an A plus for child seats back here in the back. Another thing I want to note, Tucker really loves when we put his car seat in the third row of seats. And this is something I don't typically see in three-row SUVs. Here on the driver's side of the vehicle, we actually have lower latch anchor points. So you don't have to completely rely on the seatbelt method for the third row of seats. Neither the center nor the passenger side have that. But here on the driver's side, we do have lower access points, lower latch points, and coming around to the backs of those seats, I can go ahead and show you that all three seats do have top tethers. So this really is a very child seat friendly vehicle. So putting that child safety seat in the third row, you have to put the headrest up to get that top tether in place, which creates kind of an awkward situation here, but otherwise it's a fairly simple process. So really interesting to me, I don't know about to you because I'm normally the one putting the car seats in, but I think this is the first third row that has actually had lower latch points and hasn't relied completely on the seatbelt. It's only on the driver's side, but yeah, he's fully secured back there, top tether and lower latch points, but it's only on that side. So interesting.
But I haven't had a hard time like seeing him in the mirror or anything like that, especially since we have that seat laid down.
Yep.
And the visibility, speaking of being able to see him, the visibility in this car is really good.
Yeah. And going back to, how we started our discussion, this thing feels very big inside. I will say it feels like I'm very low.
Yes. Feels like I've been having trouble. I've been pushing my seat up and down because I can't decide which is more comfortable. I either feel like I'm in a well or sitting on top of
and I don't even
box.
I have a manual seat over here, so I can't go up and down. You can.
Yeah.
But
I know. I've sat over there. It feels like you're in a hole.
I very much feel like I'm in my 2012 Camaro. Like the windows come very far up, but then I've got all this room up here. And speaking again of those second rows, it's stadium style seating, so they actually sit higher than we do here. It's an interesting riding experience back there. But
back there, but yep.
And third row, second row, we've got tri-zone climate here in this one, which we've got physical buttons to control Tucker's air back there, and he has ceiling mounted vents.
So nice.
Very big kudos to Nissan on that. How's your comfort back there? Are you too hot, too cold, or just right?
Just right.
Just right. And while we're talking about air conditioning, have you noticed when we come to a complete stop, as we were about to, the vehicle doesn't turn off? It actually tells you in the gauge cluster that it is preferring to keep that air conditioning running for us.
I prefer that as well. Thank you.
So apparently Tennessee, where Nissan USA's headquarters are, is just as warm and humid as it is here in Texas. So they get it. They understand. And thank you, Nissan, for that. Oh, so much. That you don't kill the engine and thus just make the air conditioning completely useless in stop and go traffic.
Right.
Other thoughts in this one?
Well, we haven't talked about driving impressions.
Yeah. Thoughts?
I think it's really smooth and it gets up and goes a lot faster than I was expecting it to.
This one actually gets a little bit more power than a normal Pathfinder as well, but you have to go with premium fuel. But yeah, it's got a nice get up and go and 9-speed automatic transmission, so that's very nice as well.
Yeah. I was a lot of times in bigger vehicles, I feel like very nervous that it's not going to stop.
Okay.
Not so in this one, or I feel like it's taken me forever to get moving, and that's not the
Good.
case in this one.
Good acceleration, good brakes. What about steering?
The steering's been fine.
Yeah, doesn't feel like a giant refrigerator box or anything like that.
Maybe a little. Like, okay, so steering it is fine,
Okay.
but being on the inside, it does kind of feel like you're driving a big refrigerator box.
But maneuverability, you've got this button right here, 360 surround view monitor with bird's eye 360. You commented backing out of our garage. You only looked behind you once.
Yeah, and
but
it was only halfway.
yeah, very, very good camera system.
Very good.
To see around you when you're driving this in traffic and whatnot. And if you go see my review of this, good camera options for if you're off-road as well. So,
Did you take this one off-road?
yeah, went over to Eric's, had a little bit of fun in his back lot. But yeah, I did about what most Pathfinder owners would do.
Okay.
Going out to a campsite kind of situation, tall grass, watching out for ruts and stuff like that. This could do more, but yeah, it's pretty decent.
Okay.
You said visibility is good. We also have the blind spot monitors in this, so all around.
And a little beep beep.
Yep.
Every once in a while.
If you put your blinker on when somebody's over there.
Yep.
Care to guess?
Well, before you get to that, my big question on this one would be the MPG.
Okay.
Because it's humongous.
It does just lend you to that, believe that, 20 city, 23 highway, 21 combined.
Not bad.
Which I'm going to go ahead and scroll through here. Let's see. We've got, oh my goodness, it's hard to do from way over on the side. We've got 51 miles on it. We're averaging 15.1, but again, that's not really fair because a lot of that has been me idling and trying to film my solo reviews.
Yeah.
So I would say that this gets better than that 15 that we're currently getting. Again, we haven't put a lot of miles on this one, so that's why it's skewing a little lower. But 20 city, 23 highway, 20 combined on the window sticker. And
that's not too bad.
you can put regular or premium. You'll just get more power putting premium. So,
Okay.
Tucker, any thoughts back there from the back seat?
Yes.
What you got?
Well, we like the seats,
Okay.
and I like the windows,
Yeah. And you can see out?
and I like that it has free rows.
I know you do. That's perhaps your favorite thing about it. So, speaking of 3 rows, cargo area back there behind the 3rd row with it up is tight, especially with the seats reclined a little bit. 16 cubic feet, but I doubt you're getting all of that. You opened the rear hatch. What are your thoughts on no power hatch back there?
I mean, I just don't know why cars made in 2023 don't have one.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be a tough sell for me because, you know, it's getting less and less of having a kid in my arms because he's getting too big. But there have been plenty of times I've had a kid in my arm or a car seat and groceries and just had been able to do that power latch, which is really nice.
Yep.
I also, you give me a hard time about this, but when we pick up groceries for curbside, I do feel like the workers appreciate it that I can open the hatch myself and close it. I know you think that's not as big of a deal, but it makes me feel like I'm doing something.
All right.
And we also haven't mentioned the floor mats in this are really hardy, and I like that. So, you know, you don't have to worry about messing up some floor mats with
if you're going to be in the Rock Creek getting all muddy
and wet. Yeah,
there you go.
There you go. You need them. But you can easily pull them out and
clean them off
with the water hose and stick them back in.
Yep.
I like that.
So, all that brings us to, I'm still holding the window sticker here. What do you think? Off-road capable, 3-row SUV.
Ugh.
Got some options, missing some others.
Ugh. Am I gonna cry? 67.
No.
Way too high?
Yes.
Okay, 57.
No.
Even lower than that?
Yes.
Now that I'm shocked about.
45,250 as this one is.
Well, they need to raise the price a little bit and put a power hatch in there.
I think that's a GT first. Raise the price.
Raise the price and put a power hatch in the back. It can't be that much.
It fits in our garage. It's way under what you thought it would cost.
Way under. You know, the miles per gallon is not that bad.
Yeah. This
is a contender.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Good note. Good note. And like I
we're
said,
looking for a big car.
yeah, like I said, it is very much in line with our Trailhawk Jeep Cherokee.
Except
just
this
much
is
bigger.
way bigger.
Yeah, way bigger.
And a lot more space.
On that note, if you want to see more from Holly from Tucker, some behind the scenes stuff, go find her Facebook and Instagram at Female Consumer. You can find all things GT Garage Talk, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Threads, all at GT Garage Talk, or you can go read more about this and everything else we've tested at gtgaragetalk.com. But as for us, the 2023 Nissan Pathfinder Rock Creek, till next time, gearheads. Bye. Right, there we go. Recording for Tucker.
Why that?
Is everybody ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm not ready.
Okay, are you ready now?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. I don't have a mic.
Oh boy.
Well, I haven't said anything.
You said I'm home. Oh boy.
Well, that's it. You want me to say it again?
Yeah.
I'm Holly.
Oh boy.
Dad, want me to say poop?
No, I do not want you to say poop. So yeah, really interesting that.
Give me just a second. Oh, you're ready. Okay, go ahead.
Didn't even mention the storage underneath here. That's wide open.